Hello, my name is Jay Goodis, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Tax Templates Inc. On March 25th, the Canadian federal government tabled Bill C-13, an act respecting certain measures in response to COVID-19 to provide eligible employers with a temporary wage subsidy. The subsidy is accessed by reducing the remittances of income tax withheld by the eligible employer on eligible remuneration. Eligible remuneration is salary, wages, or other remuneration paid to an eligible employee during the eligible period, beginning on March 18th and ending on June 19th. The legislation calculates the subsidy as the minimum of three amounts. The first is the maximum per employer of $25,000. The second is the total number of eligible employees employed during the period from March 18th to June 19th, multiplied by a fixed amount of $1,375. The third is a fixed percentage, being 10% of the remuneration paid to eligible employees during the eligible period. This worksheet allows you to determine the amount of the subsidy a business is eligible for and determines the net remittance due to the Canada Revenue Agency. This worksheet has not been reviewed or approved by the CRA, and details are subject to change. To use this solution, you will need the number of eligible employees and baseline payroll amounts for each period. We'll be using TTI's built-in completion guide to walk through the scenario. This system of orange links, descriptions, and tick cells can help you navigate this worksheet proficiently. The first instruction from the completion guide is to enter the client description. Once this has been done, we'll move on to the next step, which is to enter the number of pay periods per year. I'll click the orange link, which will take me to the applicable cell. For semi-monthly, we'll use 24. The remuneration payment dates automatically populate, but can be modified as needed. Next, we'll enter the total number of eligible employees who are employed during the eligible period. Employees must be employed in Canada between March 18th and June 19th to be considered eligible. A critical note is that each employee does not have an individual subsidy balance. Instead, each eligible employee simply increases the wage subsidy available to the employer by $1,375. In future periods, if you have new eligible employees, please indicate them on the worksheet. We'll then move to enter the eligible remuneration paid during the period. Since the legislation uses the language paid during the eligible period, we interpret this to mean that the payment date must be between March 18th and June 19th for the wage subsidy to apply. Even if the eligible remuneration occurred before March 18th, if it was paid on or after March 18th, the remuneration will be eligible for the subsidy. In contrast, remuneration paid after June 19th will not be considered eligible remuneration, even if amounts were earned during the eligible period. The final step is to enter the employee and employer CPP contributions, employee and employer EI premiums, and applicable income tax deductions paid to the CRA from your existing payroll amounts. Once the information is entered for the period, you can see the subsidy applied along with the adjusted payroll remittance payable for the period. In situations where CRA income tax deductions are below 10% of eligible remuneration, the worksheet presents the unapplied wage subsidy for use against future CRA income tax deductions. We hope this solution will assist anyone claiming this subsidy. The worksheet may be subject to change as new details or program changes emerge. If you haven't already, please register your email for updates by following the link in the worksheet. From everyone here at Tax Templates Inc., we wish you good health and good business in these challenging times.